up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Right there, 56.
Hey, we heavy on the edges,
Check.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
25, check 25.
Get it.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On first down, here's Breida. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
Mike's 50. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Look, squeeze.
Check the hot read.
Get it.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check nickel.
You draw corkers. Smoke. Shoot.
Here's Thomas. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. 10-2 soft.
Here's Thomas looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch the pass.
A shotgun snap for Newton. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. From the gun, here's Newton. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing again is Newton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton stepping up. He'll try and run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have...
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike's 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
To throw is Thomas. Operating from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Sam on. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Thomas. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big time.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Cut. Kill.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
You don't want no problems with me.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Ready. 56, right there. 56. Too little, cut.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Newton. That'll be complete to Breida. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Newton now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool him with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Newton flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
Ready? Let's Scoot, scoot, scoot.
I smell fear in that offense.
From the red zone now, Newton. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. John Ross, 91 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Fights through at the 5.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Okay, ready?
50, Mike, 50. It's been a long day for you. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On first down, Thomas. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Thomas to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Check, check. Fresno.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
20.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Tight dog. Hey!
A final shot before the break. Newton. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Wild Bill.
They'll go to Barkley again.
You got that right there.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down carry for Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen.
They'll give to Barkley out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
80 weapon. Fight.
Now Thomas from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
64. Check. Crunch.
And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37. Check, 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 check. Shift.
6-6. Pull it high.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Check. Check. Alert, flare.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
Newton now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Let's get it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
From the gun, Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Barkley on 1st down, and he gets about 5 out of it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 5.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
I'm coming. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to come back to you.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Thomas. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
What we got?
On the ball.
Thomas now. Back to the air on 2nd down. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Kevin King, their defensive.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Here's Thomas. Operating from the gun. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Thomas being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Thomas. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Now this throw caught left side, and they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Here's Breida. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Buying time to his left. And the Steelers are in for the touchdown.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Bring it up. At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Looking to throw. Thomas. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Thomas. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Thomas. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. To throw is Newton. Got his man, it's caught. For a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, break.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Yeah,
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throw left side, complete. That's Jordan. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
It's our field.
To throw is Thomas. From the gun, he'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Oh, nice pick, nice pick.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And